As the tax credit ends, EVs are still getting better and cheaper. 5 more days. That's how long the $7,500 federal EV tax credit has left, before it's gone, maybe forever. California thought it was going to be able to pick up the slack it couldn't, and automakers have officially started to scale back production to meet anticipated demand. If you were planning on buying a new EV in the next few months, but aren't quite ready to pull the trigger, it definitely hurts to miss out on the $7,500 point-of-sale discount, but it might not have been for nothing. The push from the tax credit has had long-lasting effects, namely the cost of development and production of core EV components like batteries. And now, as we're starting at the end of the line, we have a realization. Price parity between EVs and ICE-powered cars is basically within reach. Welcome back to Critical Materials, your daily roundup for all things electric and tech in the automotive space. The tax credit is ending, but EVs are nearly at a natural price parity with ICE. The U.S. EV tax credit, the federal program that feels like a $7,500 promo code at the dealership, officially dies this month. It's sad to see, but it served its purpose, propping up EV sales so consumers gain interest in batteries, and automakers can drive down costs by scaling production. And now in 2025, we're already hovering at the point where EVs can stand on their own 4 wheels. Take, for example, Volvo's upcoming EX60. Automotive News recently ran a story that quotes CEO Håkan Samuelsson calling the Swedish brand's latest EV a big step towards price parity with its gasoline siblings. He's not talking about using subsidies or gimmicks to reach that figure. Either with the EV tax credit gone, it's about the actual bottom line. Using the funds that Volvo generated from its outgoing generation of EVs, Volvo was able to build its brand new SPA3 platform. It was designed to be electric from the ground up and modular enough to fit underneath all future electric Volvos. It uses in-house motors, higher density batteries, and even structural battery packs. Toss in megacasting and components shared across Volvo's lineup, and you can see where cost-cutting really comes into play here. In fact, Volvo says that it can claw back between 8% and 10% higher margin compared to its early EVs. Volvo isn't alone. Officially, Samuelsson says that the price parity will happen in the next couple of years. But industry analysts have been predicting that the magic date for price parity is somewhere between now and 2026. Well, absent inflation and tariffs, that is. Here we are, at the end of 2025. Volvo is cluing us in that it's nearly there, and to be the model that gets the brand across the line right as the EV tax credit rides off into the sunset. We got a sneak peek of what price parity looks like over the summer, too, as automakers pushed out existing EV stock at fire sale prices ahead of the tax credit expiry. The average transaction price of BEVs in the USA actually crossed that of ICE vehicles for the first time. That's not technically true price parity, but still it's proof that we're close enough to taste it. The battery side of the equation is moving even faster. CATL, the world's biggest EV battery supplier, says that its sodium-ion packs are nearly ready for market at just $40 per kilowatt-hour. That's 20% cheaper than its current LFP packs, and if those numbers hold, it could lower the price floor by dropping the most expensive part of an EV, the battery, even lower. Of course, losing the tax credit hurts everyone in the short term. Buyers have an emptier wallet, and automakers rake in less dough too. Incentives made EVs feel like a deal, and without them, some buyers will walk. But Samuelsson makes a good point that shouldn't be overlooked. It's good to have goodies from the government short term, but that will never drive electrification, the CEO said. Electrification will be driven by better cars. Source, reposted and summarized from Rob Stumpf at insideevs.